Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this is my boyfriend Eric.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing?
Oh, sorry. Today's tutorial is going to be taught by Eric because he just made me this brown leather purse right here. It's just a little mini one, and the reason why I asked him to make me one is because he's been making like these little pouches for his batteries for his camera.
These are the little pouches that I created. They're for my camera batteries because these camera batteries are so small and I just throw them in my bag, so I have a hard time finding them. So I decided to create this little pouch here. It holds like 2 SD cards and two batteries, and it also has I also created like a belt loop for it. So when I'm on the go, I could just, put it in, take it out, put it in my camera, and then I'm good to go.
Let's see, doesn't it look like a little purse already? Which is why I asked him to just make me a bigger size of it.
Pretty
but
much.
That ended up being actually more challenging than we thought it would, just to upsize this one.
Yeah.
This is not professional video or anything.
Yeah.
We kind of just wanted to make this video and give you guys kind of an intro to how he did it, and hopefully the next time we can find ways to improve it. First, I'm gonna have Eric to explain how he came up with the pattern and how you guys can do the same.
Alright, so the first thing you want to do is to create your pattern. This first step is essential to any leather crafting because it helps you to visualize what the final outcome will be. I used 8.5 by 11 cardstock paper and printed out the pattern in sections. You'll then want to use any razor or sharp edge tool to cut out the pattern, then tape them all together.
Yeah, depending on how big you want it and what you want to put inside, then that's going to be the size that you're going to create,
The color is really pretty too. He actually painted it himself, and that's a process of its own.
Yeah.
For this purse, I use natural veg tan leather. It doesn't come pre-colored, so I'll have to use the leather dye to create the look I'm going for. Start off by using the dye prep and apply it across the piece of leather. Once the dye prep has been partially dry, apply the leather dye evenly. Once you apply the dye, it'll take about a day to completely dry. Also, you'll want to dye the rough side as well. Trace the pattern onto the leather so you can begin the process of cutting it out. Take your time and make sure cuts are as straight as possible. I used a 2mm beveler here to create a uniform edge. Do this to the rough and smooth sides of the leather. Reapply the leather dye to the edges and let it dry for a couple hours.
Another thing I want to mention, there's like some staining on the strap because he used this one.
That was my fault. That was my. It's a burnishing.
You need to work on that.
Yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah, it's a burnishing agent. So what you do is that you applied like this burnishing gum, and then it's called Tokonol, and then you apply it here, and then you use a burnishing tool, and then you just rub it back and forth, and it becomes very smooth. Like the edges become very smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't like cut you or anything,
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to touch up on that because there's stains here, and.
Is that because your finger touched it?
Because I applied too much. You only need to apply a little bit you only need to apply a small amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the edge. Just on the edge, yeah.
Use the edge creaser tool to mark where the stitching holes will be. Do this to the 8 sides where each edge will touch. You'll then use the chisel and mallet to create the stitching holes. Make sure the chisel is directly on top of the markings you previously made. You want them nice and even. This will make the stitching a lot easier. Grab some scratch paper, tape it down, and start designing the strap. The straps I made were 1 inch wide and about 3 feet tall. Once you've cut out the template, place it on some leather, mark it, and cut it out. Use the edge beveler to even out the edges and then apply some leather dye to the strap. Like before, you'll want to burnish the edges so they come out smooth. Use the chisel to create some stitching holes and mark the stitching holes with an awl to both sides of the purse. This will help you know where to place your chisel, and it'll help you line up the stitching holes when you begin sewing. Now for the fun part. Grab some thread and needle and begin sewing the edges together. I'm using a saddle stitch, and you basically weave in and out of each hole. When hand sewing, make sure you're pulling the thread tight and making it firm.
Doing it by hand, how long does it take?
Like for this bag right
Yeah.
here, maybe it took me less than 30 minutes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not bad at all.
You just gotta puncture all the way through, because if you don't and you sew it, then you can't find the hole, and it's kind of annoying to find it. Yeah.
And then afterwards, like after you're done stitching all the sides, what do you do with the thread? You just tie a knot to finish it?
Yeah, I just tie a knot, and then I just use a lighter and I just burn it, because it's a wax. This is a wax thread. I didn't burn. I didn't.
So you burn it afterwards?
Yeah, you would burn it afterwards. Yeah, just to kind of like make it, flush. Yeah.
Add a snap button to the purse by using a snap button setter. Lastly, sew the straps to the sides of the purse. And you're done.
What was the most challenging thing about making a purse for the first time?
I think the most challenging thing for me was the strap, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
I feel like we thought it would be pretty simple because a strap, like, no one thinks it's going to be the hardest part.
My first idea was to kind of create buckles here, and then have like clip-ons so it can clip on the side.
Yeah.
That way it would be more like versatile. But we just decided to go with like a simple, like just sew on kind of strap.
The strap is really rough, so it kind of scratches my shoulders or kind of snags my clothes.
Yeah, I would do that differently too. I would use a thinner leather, and then I would piece the two smooth sides together and then stitch it along here.
Yeah, I think for straps there shouldn't be a wrong side. Both sides should be like smooth.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, I like the simplicity of it. Like, I don't mind that there's not like the buckles or whatnot, because I like how simple it is. I think also maybe the strap might be too thick, because some of the purses I have, they're probably half this size. So it's not so noticeable when you're wearing it, I mean, it looks fine here, but I don't know. I think it's too thick. And if I were to wear it crossbody, it does sit a lot higher, which is fine, but I think it makes it look really small on me.
Yeah. I'd say that most purses too, they use a thinner leather for the strap.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to the body. Yeah, because you want the strap to be very flexible, and very flexible. Because this is 2mm thick leather. It's very thick. It's gonna take time to break in, but I'm pretty sure that most bag makers make their leather straps very, very thin.
And then for the closure, it's just a snap button.
Yeah.
When I push down, it just like pushes the entire purse down. So I wonder if there's any way you could fix that. Like
you gotta use a magnetic
like just do a magnetic one.
Yeah, you gotta use a magnetic one.
That slaps down.
So what I would do differently is that if you open it up, it's really nice, right? The edges here are really nice when they're open, but when you close it, it kind of like protrudes out a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it kind of sticks out. The edges here kind of stick out. So what I want to do is kind of curve the edges to be more, just to kind of fill out, just to kind of make it round, I'm not explaining that.
It looks fine to me though. Like that's not something I would pick out about it.
For me, that bothers me.
Definitely, like if you guys take a look at how he shaped this, it's not like a perfect curve.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. That was actually the hardest. It's hard
about that.
So you guys can't really see it, but the curve here, it's not like a perfect curve because I don't have the correct tools to do it. I have like this yellow tool that I kind of, it kind of cuts it through. I mean, I could have taken my time and used the sanding tool and just like sanded it, you know, very slowly.
But by that time, he was just like,
yeah, I was like, yo, I'm just trying to get this thing done, cause
like he was getting frustrated.
Yeah, I was
just trying to finish his purse.
Cause like I make these dudes, and these are like 1/8. You know, like 1, 2, 3, like 1/4 of like this bag, you know, and it takes like even longer.
I think it all comes down to having the right tools to make it look
definitely
really good.
Yeah.
If you guys have any tips for us on how we can improve this purse next time, let us know down in the comments. He recently just started getting into leather work, so he's been watching a bunch of tutorials on YouTube and practicing himself. And he's even selling some of these little pouches that he made. So if you're a photographer and want to get some for your batteries, he just created an Etsy shop, so he's gonna sell those. If you guys are interested, then you can click the link down below. Maybe if you know he's willing to try and make me a second one.
Oh, I'll make that one look good.
Lot better.
Yeah, I'll make it look like one of those Coach bags or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you know.
Yay! All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to my boyfriend for being a part of this video today and agreeing to allowing me to share his very first purse that he made me, even though it's not perfect. And if you guys have any tips for us, let us know down in the comments, and maybe we'll see you in a part 2 of this video.
Yep. Let us know.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, you're sweating over here.
I'm not. I'm
Yes,
like,
you
look at my head. I'm good.